Hello, beautiful people. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. We've got Amanda Holderness, our medium, channeling my son Eric from the afterlife. Hi, Eric. I love you.
He loves you too. He loves you too.
And we're going to continue our series, our interview series with Tall White Adrian. Hello, Adrian. How are you doing?
He's very good. He comes across very respectful. Very respectful. He's very good. He's happy to be here again.
Awesome. Well, you've given us so much awesome information. And for you guys who have missed parts 1, 2, and I don't know how many we've done so far, check it out. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin. Adrian, do aliens have AI, artificial intelligence?
Yes. He says we do. And this is the problem I came across because he came forward yesterday with Eric for me, and the language, I can't verbalize the language around it, around this
No, yeah,
question.
I
So he
can
says
imagine.
yes, but they're showing me things and it's hard for me to verbalize with the human language.
Yeah, there's probably no vocabulary to cover
And
that.
Eric said throughout this video, he'll help me with trying to translate things into our language.
Okay.
But he says yes.
All right. So what do you use it for?
A lot of different things. To help. He says to help. For him specifically, to help.
Help who? Your race? Our race?
Not just his race. He says we help you all as well. We help you all as well. But to help.
Like, do you use it for medical stuff?
Is it used for
Communication
medical?
between races? I mean, I don't know.
It's not he's showing me, yes, medical, but not medical for them specifically.
Okay.
But there is stuff out there for medical, but it's not for them.
Okay. Well, so what do you think about Chat GPT and similar technologies, Adrian? And Eric, if you want to chime in too, that's fine, of course.
I'm asking what that is because I'm unfamiliar with that.
It's like you can say, write an article about Tall White Adrian, and it'll generate an article. College just got easier.
What's that?
College just got easier.
Right. That's more human. He's saying like that's human type stuff.
Okay. Well, what do you think about it? And where do you think humanity is headed regarding AI?
I mean, it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. He's showing me more than verbalizing it. So Eric's gonna have to pop in and talk a little bit more for me. But it can be used for good and it can be used for bad, just like with other different races of aliens out there, that things can be used for good and they can be used for bad. Hopefully we can learn to use things for the good, but you know, it doesn't feel like a good feeling of what you had described. What was it
Yeah.
again? DTP?
Chat GPT and other similar technologies.
GPT? Yeah, the feeling I get is we can be using things for a lot better than we are right now.
Yeah. Well, some people say that the Chat GPT is very biased. I mean,
Yes, that's the feeling that comes across. It doesn't feel good right now. The feeling that he's giving me a feeling more than verbalizing.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
It does not feel good.
Okay. Will we manage not to be dominated by artificial intelligence and create rules to safeguard us so that we can head toward a harmonious society? Or
He's saying yes to that. He is saying
good.
yes to that.
Good.
He says that they can that he can see outcomes. But then we get into like trajectories and things like that. But he's saying they can see like the likely outcomes, which is very interesting to me.
It's the quantum probability right now can change, a month down the line,
Right.
years down the
Right.
line.
Yeah. Yeah. He says you're good. Like you understand that very well. You have a good knowledge of that.
Okay. So what's the probability that it'll be like Terminator you know, where the machines take over humanity, wipe us
He shows
out.
me 10. He's showing me a 10.
10%?
10.
That's not bad. Not a 10 on the scale of 1 to 10. Good.
No, no, no.
But we can use AI to create harmony
We
in
can
our
use it for good. We can use
yeah.
it for good. But he's just showing me like there's a lot of different races out there, and we're using it for. I keep closing my eyes because he's showing me stuff. We can use it for good, and we can use it for bad as well. And it's just humans are just the same as aliens. There's good and there's bad, and it's what you choose to do with it.
Okay. You know what you can do? You can just draw little eyeballs on your eyelids, and then you can.
Right.
It's hilarious. I don't know
The
why.
connection is
Just
very
pop
different with
in.
him compared to others, for sure. Like very, very different connection. So
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
what I've
getting
heard.
used to it. I'm acclimating to it.
Yeah, I've heard that from other mediums. All right. Were you created by source, Adrian? If not, by whom and why were you
Are
not
we
created by
created by
source?
source? Yes, I'm resonating with that. We're all created by source.
Do you have a soul?
Do you have a soul? Yes. Yes, I have a
Okay.
soul.
How old are you? Do you think? Do you think?
How
You
old?
know?
He's been here a long time, but I'm
Thousands
not
of
getting
years?
like a human, like a human. I'm not getting like a number.
Okay, like triple
He's been
digits?
around. He has been
Thousands?
around for a long time.
Okay.
And
Okay.
again, it's like it's different with humans versus an alien and like the energetics of it. It's
Yeah,
very hard to describe what's going through my head right
I
now.
bet. Oh my God. When Jamie first channeled, she was like just it was just different for her too.
That
Totally.
makes me feel better. Yeah, they popped in yesterday to let me get used to it. Um, but it's different for sure. He's
Okay.
very kind. He's very kind. Yeah, very kind.
Okay. Were you born? I mean, how were you created? You just boom, ta-da, here I am, or
How were you born? Are you asking about like reproduction?
yeah.
It's Eric's popping in now. It's not like like human at all. It feels very he's showing me plants, and that's the only way that I can describe it.
Like pods, like it was in a pod or something, like yeah. A
Like a
nursery.
leaf. They're showing me like a leaf, and it's not even like male versus female. It's like they can reproduce is the only way that I can
Okay.
explain it.
Yeah, that sounds familiar from what I've heard in the past. Y'all
I don't
can
know
go
how.
back and look at I think it's a 3-part series with Jamie Butler on channeling tall whites. It wasn't Adrian, or maybe it was, but we didn't give the tall. I think there were 3 of them. We didn't give the names. I don't think. Anyway, it was a long time ago. All right. Do you think, Adrian, that Source does not allow us to truly be free as we are governed by Source? Are we governed?
No, no, he doesn't resonate that with that at all. He immediately no.
Okay.
We're not governed by source. You have free will. You have free will.
Yeah. So we are just tendrils of Source, of allowing Source to have an experiential experience instead of a conceptual
Right. And we're
right?
part of that. We're part of that. He's
Experience.
saying
Yeah.
he's showing me more visual, but we're part of that.
Okay. Who do you think created Source? I'm thinking it was just always there, but we humans have to have a beginning and an end. We're born, we die, we get up and we eat breakfast, then we go to bed at
Right.
night.
And
Yeah,
we're
it's so
humanizing it.
linear. Yeah,
We're humanizing it.
yeah.
It always has been. It always will be. We're
Okay.
humanizing it.
All right, this person has a personal question. I used to be visited by tall whites who frequently performed energy healings on me. Oh my God. Please do that for me too. But over the past 3 years, they have made themselves more discreet and only appearing briefly in my dreams to reassure me. Is it because I'm doing okay and I don't need their help anymore? I feel like I'm finally on the right path and they trust me to make better choices than before. So what's going on? Her name is Mary. It could be a Marion, Marion, Constantine.
Well, you're absolutely right. You have been visited. We are still checking in on you, but you're very intuitive, you're very connected, and you don't always need us around. If you want us around, reach out to us. We are always there. Again, he's showing me like energetics. It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like um, energetics, like spirit as well, connecting that way. But she has the ability, this person has the ability to connect. They're very connected and they're still around, but
Oh,
she's
good.
on the right path. She doesn't need them around all the time.
Awesome. What's
Past life,
happened
he's
to,
saying past life stuff too for this person in particular as well.
did she have like
Contract.
galactic past lives or
Correct.
future lives? Okay.
Correct.
Um, was she a part of the same race
Was she a part of the same
as
race?
Adrian? Was he a tall one?
He's saying yes. He's saying yes.
Okay. So what happened to Frederick Valentich? Valentich, the Australian pilot that went missing after a UFO buzzed his plane. Was he abducted by aliens?
Was he abducted by?
Or what
He's saying
happened to him?
no. He's saying he was not abducted by aliens. Was it natural? He's saying it's something more natural. It was not. It's not that. He was not abducted.
Did he crash or did he land the
He
plane
didn't
and went about his
crash.
life and then all of a sudden went missing?
It feels more like a crash.
Okay. Okay. Is our country really up on creating alien technology such as triangular ships, tic tacs? I thought that was a breath mint. Oh, whatever. What do I know? Or are these still alien, completely alien? I mean, are we doing some reverse engineering of alien technology, that sort of thing?
A little bit, but not nearly as much as we could be doing or we will be doing. We're
Well, do
not
you
as
want us to?
advanced. We're
Or are
not
we?
as advanced. We're not ready yet. It's
Figured.
very close. It's very close. We're not ready yet. There's still some things that have to happen. And again, he's showing me visuals, but there's still some things that have to happen. We're not quite there yet.
Okay. I'm going to look up something while you answer this question. What is the percentage of aliens that are claiming to be negative entities in our world?
What is the percentage claiming to be negative entities? Smaller. He's showing me smaller numbers. Can you give me numbers? 20,
Okay.
20. I'm resonating with 20. It's a
Okay.
smaller, it's not percentage wise.
Will other aliens protect us?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So this next one is about something someplace called the Skinwalker Ranch. I'll read a little
And
bit about. Oh, go ahead.
um ooh, I just lost it. He mentions discernment. You have to stand in your power. He's all about standing in your power. You have the power. So just discernment with the last question. He's talking
Yeah.
about discernment.
Yeah, we can protect ourselves.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Walker Ranch, property in Utah that is reputed to be the site of paranormal and UFO related activities. Its name is taken from the Skinwalker of Navajo legend concerning vengeful shamans. Um, so this it's too long to really read, but there was mutilated cattle, sightings of unidentified flying objects or orbs, large animals with piercing red eyes that they say were unscathed when struck by bullets, invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so what's going on over there?
There's a base. He's saying there's something there. But he's showing me like very deep underground.
Oh, okay. An alien
So
base?
there's a lot of activity of all different different races that are in and out of there, but like the technology, we don't our eyes don't always see them. There's so much there there's a it's so hard to explain, but it's more advanced.
Mm.
So we're not always seeing the stuff. And again, it's very deep underground.
Okay.
There's something going
Well, they
on. He's
probably
saying
have ways to
underground.
shield themselves holographically and
Yeah,
all sorts of
yeah,
stuff,
that
but
right.
what's the deal with the animals with the piercing red eyes? That sounds kind of creepy. Is that
Animals
just
with
a real
piercing red
regular
eyes.
animal that people are just
Some of them have done some testing on. He said, like, there's some testing on animals.
mhm,
And he comes across very serious with this. Um, and in that area, there can be good and bad, right? Just like humans, good and
yeah.
bad. But it sounds like some testing on animals, and there's something to do with the energy there as well. That's different than other places, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. All right, so the next one is what's hidden under the eye of the Sahara, also known as the Rishat structure. I don't know how to pronounce it. Richat. And is it true that the city of Atlantis is right underneath it? So basically, there's a prominent circular geological feature of the Sahara's Adrar Plateau near west central Mauritania, northwest Africa. Uh, so description, interpretation, we could go on. I should read these before, but I don't have time.
So he's jumping
Yeah,
to
so with that.
Atlantis. He's
Mhm.
jumping to Atlantis with that. Um, and he's showing me like a different realm, a different, like, not on this. It was not on this earth is what I'm gathering. It was a different, it wasn't on this earth.
Okay.
Um, a lot of people have memories of Atlantis, but it wasn't specifically
Yeah.
on this earth, is what he's saying.
What, Atlantis was
From
not on this earth ever? Or what?
Atlantis, a different
Oh,
area, a different, it wasn't on Earth. He's saying a
okay.
different, yeah, a different area, planet, time.
So, oh, okay. So the city of Atlantis has never been on Earth, or it has, but another
Another,
suburb.
not this, not here. Has not been a physical place here on this Earth, is what he's
Oh,
saying.
really?
That's what I'm getting.
Well, interesting. Okay.
But we
Uh,
have memories of it. It was a different, again, it's like realm is what I'm getting,
oh,
like a
it could be
different,
just a different dimension,
exactly,
parallel
different,
dimension.
correct, correct.
Oh, okay. But can we still have, even though it's a different dimension, some people say we found physical evidence on the floor of the ocean, but maybe that's not Atlantis, or maybe it was in another dimension, but the energy
Yes,
dropped to
other,
the our dimension
correct,
and become
correct,
apparent.
correct.
That's what I'm getting. The aliens that
You're
crashed.
very intuitive. You're very intuitive.
Oh, thank you. I'm not without some strengths to outweigh my flaws. The aliens that crashed their ship in Virginia, Brazil, they said they are part of the group of aliens that come to Earth to harvest human and animal organs and minerals. Do they receive a green light from the Intergalactic Federation for doing this? I mean, like, what's your opinion about all that?
No, no, they did not. And again, good and bad,
Yeah.
but there's more good out there.
Okay. So, yeah, what is your opinion about them? Naughty, naughty.
Right. Not good, not feeling good, not resonating well. Again, it's feelings that he's giving me right now, but not good.
Are you trying to protect us
They
from?
have things in place. There's something in place with with the governments
Oh,
or government. Um, but things can go wrong. Not everything is perfect.
what,
Um,
human governments or alien governments? Like the real?
Altogether, everything, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Wow. Now, some psychic slash remote viewers are saying there's a huge number of bad ETs flying around the Earth at about 20,000 miles per hour. They're also saying, man, that would gotta put a scarf on for that one if you have a rag top. They are also saying that our cosmic family of ETs are attempting to reach us and push these bad ETs away. So what's going on? Is any of that true?
To a degree, yes. He's making me feel as though the number of bad bad ETs. It's not as much as they're claiming that there
Oh,
is.
okay.
That's what he's telling me. It's not as much as they're claiming, but it is a feeling of it's under control. Um, yeah, things are thinning. He's showing me things are starting to thin and open up, and we're going to continue to see more and more, more and more activity, alien activity. Again, that can be good and bad, but the good far outweighs the bad. And really, again, like standing in our power, just it's, that's what comes across.
Okay, interesting. All right, so are they like going 20,000 miles an hour?
Yeah, speed is different. It's hard for me because I was asking that. He's saying that is correct. Different technology, different. It's just a totally different thing. More advanced.
Yeah.
Um, more advanced is what's coming
Why are
across.
they buzzing around that fast? Joyriding.
What's that?
Why are they buzzing around that fast? Joyriding above the earth.
They have the technology to do it.
Or are they just having fun or the
Traveling, going from one place to
okay.
another.
All right.
Um, yeah, and he's saying that not everything is always perfect. Not everything is always perfect. Um, things can happen with travel, but he's just saying just traveling, just getting to where they need to go.
Okay. Interesting. Whistleblower and former intelligence officer David Grush, Grusch, says U.S. intelligence officials possess non-human aircraft. Is that really true?
Okay. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Sure.
They're
This one whistleblower and former intelligence officer says U.S. intelligence officials possess non-human aircraft. True or false?
he's saying I am resonating with that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I've heard.
yeah, I'm resonating with that. I'm saying yes.
Will it be unveiled soon?
It's gonna
I
be a
mean,
little while. It's gonna
one
be a little
probability
while.
wise. Yeah.
Yeah, not soon. It's gonna be a little while. We still
Like,
have to catch up as a collective. We have to catch up
okay.
a little bit.
Yeah. So why did this guy decide to speak about extraterrestrial craft recovery and keep that was kept secret by the U.S. government? Why did you have to speak? Because that's kind of dangerous for
Why
him.
did this guy, I'm trying to understand. They're chattering, but I'm trying to understand. So I'm sorry, can you say that
Sure,
again?
no problem.
Why did this
Why,
guy?
why did this intelligence officer come out with this information that the government has non-human aircraft?
Contract? He's saying contract?
Oh, spiritual
It's a
contract on
contract.
his part to help with disclosure?
Correct. Contract. He's
Okay.
saying contract.
Hmm. Is the Earth going to suffer a high impact from a solar flare soon, resulting in chaos?
No. No.
Are the magnetic poles shifting, creating extreme weather right now?
Yes.
I feel like it's been so hot here in Houston all of a sudden, and I just don't think that's all just man-made. I mean, it's been 100 degrees,
It's not.
124 real feel. I think there's something going with the shape of the orbit, maybe the tilt of the uh, axis of the Earth, or something. What's going on?
He's again saying now, Elisa, you're very intuitive.
Oh, thank you.
Um, yes, there's more to it. There's nothing with the solar flares. I don't resonate with that. He's not resonating that with me, but it's not all just man-made. Um, he's showing me like the history of the Earth, like going back really, really far.
Mm.
And I'm trying to verbalize, and I don't know what he's
Yeah, we've
trying to
been through these
get
patterns.
across.
I mean, we've
Yeah,
been
it feels
through.
like just going back, it feels like it is like a pattern.
Yeah, we're coming out of an ice age still. I don't remember growing up, we were really scared because the prediction was the new ice age is coming and stuff. And I remember, when I was a kid on the news, the X number day of over 100 or above weather. So this is not just, new stuff, but we have been seeing flooding and all sorts of things.
But
that,
there is, he's bringing up, there is a lot of man-made, this is man-made as well, that is
yeah,
making it progress at a faster rate. So we need to be responsible. We
of
need to
course.
be responsible.
All right. I believe the story I'm referencing is in the Book of Enoch. Here's the story. So my question is, in the story where the people are visited by beings in a flying craft, and they take a man aboard the ship, shows him stuff, and returns him. Are the beings that came to visit the people modern day humans who time traveled, or are they aliens, extraterrestrials?
It feels ET for sure. He's saying
Okay.
that definitely did happen. And he
Ooh.
made me laugh. He said, yeah, he's very witty, very intelligent, smart. Yes, that did happen. That's ET. ET.
That's cool. I think this is a good place to stop for this part, and then I will restart and with you, Amanda, and we'll start the next part because we want to keep these short. People don't have all that kind of time or attention span. So thank you guys. Be sure you subscribe. Check out Amanda Holders in the description box, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next interview with Tall White Adrian. And thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Eric, for everything.